Silent power. 4. Quiet habits that draw high value women to you. Have you ever noticed how some men seem to effortlessly command attention without saying a word? It's not luck, it's a skill, a quiet magnetic presence built through small but powerful habits. Today, I want to show you 4 habits that make a man truly irresistible to a high value woman. Most men believe that attraction is built by showcasing accomplishments, telling stories, or impressing others with their knowledge. They fill every moment with words, thinking that the louder they speak, the more powerful they appear. But the truth is the exact opposite. True magnetic presence comes from the ability to listen, not just hear, but actively listen. This is a skill that separates ordinary men from those who naturally draw high value women toward them. Active listening is more than nodding politely or waiting for your turn to speak. It's about being fully present in the moment, engaging with curiosity, and showing genuine interest in another person's thoughts and feelings. When you do this, every conversation becomes a bridge instead of a monologue. Women immediately sense the difference between a man who wants to be admired and one who wants to understand. The first seeks attention for himself. The second makes her feel seen, respected, and valued. That feeling is magnetic. It creates a subtle, irresistible pull. A high-value woman, in particular, notices the nuances. She senses when a man is listening with intent, when he remembers details, when his questions reflect understanding rather than obligation. By prioritizing her voice over your own, you convey emotional intelligence, empathy, and confidence, all without saying, "Look at me." This is quiet dominance, influencing through presence, not performance. Practicing active listening also sharpens your awareness of social cues, body language, and emotional undertones. It allows you to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. This not only deepens connection, but also builds trust. Women are drawn to men who make them feel understood, not judged or overshadowed. The remarkable part is that this habit doesn't require flashy words, expensive gifts, or exaggerated gestures. It only requires patience, attentiveness, and a genuine desire to engage. Over time, it transforms your interactions from superficial exchanges into meaningful connections. It shows that you value quality over quantity, substance over style, and presence over performance. When you master the art of active listening, you discover a form of power that is quiet yet undeniable. It signals confidence without arrogance and authority without aggression. Women are naturally drawn to this energy because it feels rare, authentic, and safe, a foundation for attraction that no amount of talking could ever achieve. Life has a way of testing everyone, often in moments we least expect. Challenges come in many forms: stressful situations at work, sudden conflicts, unexpected setbacks, or social tension. How you respond to these moments reveals more about your character than any achievement or word ever could. Women, especially high-value women, are attuned to these subtle signals. They notice when a man remains steady, calm, and composed, even when the world around him feels chaotic. That quiet stability is magnetic. Composure under pressure is not about suppressing emotion or pretending everything is perfect. It is about mastering your internal state so that external chaos cannot shake you. It is about making deliberate choices in how you respond, rather than reacting impulsively or emotionally. When a man demonstrates this kind of control, he communicates strength, resilience, and reliability without ever needing to announce it. It is a silent form of power that resonates on a deep psychological level. Remaining calm under stress also creates an atmosphere of trust. Women feel safe around men who are unshakable because they subconsciously recognize that such a man can handle life's unpredictability without losing his center. This quality alone sets a man apart because it signals emotional maturity and self-confidence, qualities that cannot be faked or superficially performed. The practice of composure is built in small, consistent ways. It begins with awareness of your own emotional responses, learning to pause before reacting, and choosing actions that reflect your values and priorities rather than temporary impulses. It requires patience, self reflection, and the ability to maintain perspective, even in difficult circumstances. Over time, this calm presence becomes a signature part of your personality, a magnetic energy that draws people toward you naturally. High value women sense this immediately. They are not looking for men who simply talk about strength or attempt to impress through bravado. They are drawn to men who embody stability, who handle life with grace, and who remain steady when everything around them feels unstable. This composure communicates unspoken confidence, authority, and quiet dominance, qualities that create respect and admiration without a single word of self promotion. When you master the art of remaining composed under pressure, you cultivate a form of attraction that is rare, undeniable, and enduring. It is the energy of a man who has control over himself and his life, a presence that women naturally notice, respect, and are irresistibly drawn to. Every space you enter, every room you walk into, every environment you inhabit communicates something about you even before you say a word. This is the essence of refined spatial awareness, understanding not just how to occupy space, but how to move through it with intention, confidence, and subtle authority. It is a skill that high value women notice instantly, even if they cannot articulate why. The way you carry yourself, how you adjust your posture, how you interact with your surroundings, all of it creates an aura of presence that draws attention naturally. Refined spatial awareness is not about dominance or intimidation. It is about consciousness. It begins with understanding your own energy and how it affects others. When you are aware of your physical presence, you control the narrative of the room without speaking. A man who moves intentionally signals that he is in command of himself and his environment, which communicates stability, confidence, and self respect. This subtle energy is far more attractive than flashy gestures or over the top displays because it feels authentic and grounded. Every small detail matters. The way you stand, feet planted firmly, shoulders relaxed yet aligned, head held with natural poise, communicates confidence. The way you sit, the personal space you maintain, the subtle shifts in body orientation, all of these elements contribute to an invisible yet palpable sense of authority. Women notice this because it signals that you are comfortable in your own skin, aware of how your presence influences the world, and intentional about the energy you project. Refined spatial awareness also includes the ability to read and respond to others' physical cues. You notice micro expressions, shifts in body language, or the energy someone carries, and you adjust accordingly. This skill allows you to engage more effectively, create comfort, and build connection without ever trying too hard. It is an advanced form of social intelligence, one that blends self-assurance with empathy, creating an irresistible presence that naturally attracts attention and respect. When you cultivate spatial awareness, you transform ordinary interactions into experiences that are memorable and magnetic. People are drawn to your energy because it signals order, confidence, and quiet authority. High value women, in particular, sense this immediately. They are attracted to men who move through the world with purpose, subtlety, and control. When you combine these four habits, active listening, unwavering composure under pressure, refined spatial awareness, and intentional silence, you create a presence that is magnetic, authentic, and deeply attractive. Each habit reinforces the others, building a foundation of quiet confidence that cannot be faked, forced, or rushed. It is a type of influence that is felt rather than announced, a power that draws attention naturally without the need for performance or exaggeration. Active listening teaches you the art of connection. By prioritizing understanding over self-promotion, you show that you value depth, empathy, and meaningful interaction. This habit alone transforms ordinary conversations into moments of trust, respect, and attraction. When paired with composure under pressure, it signals emotional stability and resilience, qualities that women instinctively recognize as markers of reliability and strength. Together, they communicate that you are not easily swayed by chaos, that you can handle life's unpredictability while remaining calm, grounded, and in control. Spatial awareness amplifies this presence. By moving with intention, occupying space consciously, and responding to subtle cues around you, you project a quiet authority that is impossible to ignore. Every gesture, posture, and movement contributes to an aura of sophistication, power, and authenticity. Finally, intentional silence completes the picture. Choosing when to speak, allowing space for thought, and embracing quiet moments signals self-assurance, thoughtfulness, and control. Silence becomes your ally, drawing curiosity, respect, and deeper connection from those around you. The combination of these habits creates a man who is magnetic without effort, commanding respect without ego, and attracting high-value women not through words or possessions, but through presence and authenticity. This is the essence of understated dominance, influencing through character, energy, and intentional behavior rather than through noise or performance. Women are drawn to this energy because it feels rare, safe, and powerful all at once. In the end, true attractiveness is not about showing off. It is about mastering yourself. By cultivating these quiet habits, you elevate not just your interactions with women, but every area of your life. You demonstrate that confidence is measured by control, charisma is felt through presence, and authority is communicated through subtlety. When you embrace this approach, you become the kind of man who is naturally irresistible, respected, and unforgettable, a presence that leaves a lasting impression without ever needing to announce itself.